Have you ever seen a ghost in your own home? Not a spirit, but the ghost of the person you married? The hollowed-out shell of the woman you loved, moving through the rooms of your life with a secret in her eyes? It was 2 a.m., and the only light in our Chicago brownstone was the cold blue glow of my wife Amelia's phone, her thumb stroking the screen with a tenderness she hadn't shown me in years. She thought I was asleep, but I was watching the reflection in the darkened bedroom window, my heart turning to ice. I couldn't see the messages, but I could see her face, the soft, private smile that used to be mine. That single, stolen smile was the beginning of the end, the first crack in the foundation of a life I thought was built on solid ground. And I knew, with a certainty that chilled me to the bone, that I was about to lose everything, or fight back with a fury I didn't know I possessed. If you genuinely enjoy our stories, please subscribe to the channel. Tell us where you're from and what time it is right now. It's always fascinating to know how far our story flows. The change in Amelia was a slow poison. It started with late nights at the office, hushed phone calls she'd take on the balcony overlooking Lincoln Park, and a sudden, obsessive dedication to her new project. She was a marketing executive, always ambitious, but this was different. A new fire burned in her, one that left me in the cold. She'd come home smelling of a cologne that wasn't mine, a faint, musky scent that clung to her hair like a guilty secret. When I'd ask about her day, the answers were clipped vague. Just work stuff, Mark. You wouldn't get it. She started dressing differently, buying expensive clothes from boutiques on Michigan Avenue, her style shifting from comfortable elegance to sharp, aggressive power suits. She was dressing for someone, and it wasn't the man who shared her bed. The emotional distance grew into a chasm. My touch was met with a flinch, my questions with a sigh of irritation. She was a stranger, and I was a ghost in my own marriage, haunting the hallways of a life that was no longer mine. The villains, her and this phantom I hadn't yet identified, felt untouchable, wrapped in a bubble of shared secrets and inside jokes I wasn't privy to. The discovery wasn't a single dramatic explosion. It was a series of small, sharp cuts. A credit card bill with a charge for a room at the Thompson Hotel in the Gold Coast, on a night she was supposedly at a conference in Schaumburg. A pair of cufflinks in her jewelry box that I'd never seen before, silver and onyx, far too flashy for my simple taste. The final, undeniable proof came from the one place I never thought to look: LinkedIn. I was updating my own profile one Tuesday night, the house silent except for the hum of the refrigerator, when a notification popped up. Amelia has a new work update. I clicked, my curiosity piqued, and there it was, under her experience section, a new entry that made the air leave my lungs. Senior Vice President of Strategic Partnerships, Sterling Corp. My blood ran cold. Sterling Corp was Marcus Vance's company. Marcus, our friend, the smug, charismatic tech millionaire, who always looked at Amelia a little too long, his hand always lingering on her back a little too much. Her current employer, she hadn't just taken a new job, she'd listed his company as her current employer. It was a digital declaration, a brazen, arrogant flaunting of their affair, right under my nose. The humiliation washed over me in a sickening wave. I stumbled to the bathroom, my reflection, a pale, shattered mask in the mirror. The man staring back was a fool, a broken, trusting fool. And in that moment, something inside me snapped. The grief curdled into a cold, hard rage. The tears stopped. The planning began. I didn't confront her, not yet. The broken man was gone, replaced by a strategist. I became a phantom of a different sort, gathering evidence with a chilling calm. I hired a private investigator, a grizzled ex-cop who operated out of a dusty office in the Loop. He was expensive, but worth every penny. He gave me photos of Amelia and Marcus kissing in a secluded booth at Gibson's Bar and Steakhouse, their hands intertwined. He gave me records hotel stays, flight manifests for business trips to Miami and LA, always together. I installed keylogging software on our home computer, capturing every saccharine, damning email and chat message. "Can't wait to get you away from him," Marcus wrote. "He's so clueless." Amelia's replies were worse. "He's a ball and chain, baby. Soon it'll just be us. The house, the money, everything." They weren't just having an affair. They were planning my erasure. They saw me as an obstacle to be removed, a bank account to be drained. The law in Illinois is no fault, but I wasn't interested in a simple divorce. I wanted justice. I wanted ruin. I contacted my lawyer, A shark in a three-piece suit with an office on Wacker Drive and laid out the evidence. We set the traps. I quietly moved all my personal inheritance into a protected trust. I documented every asset Amelia had acquired using my money. The stage was being set for a final public performance. The public exposure was a masterpiece of social and legal destruction. Amelia was planning a major product launch for Sterling Corp., a huge press event at a lavish venue on the Chicago River. It was her coronation. The moment she would be officially announced as the new SVP, she had invited me, of course, as the supportive, clueless husband. I accepted with a smile. The day of the event, just 1 hour before it was set to begin, my lawyer served Marcus with a lawsuit at his office, a massive civil claim for alienation of affection and intentional infliction of emotional distress, backed by a mountain of irrefutable evidence. Simultaneously, I filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences but attaching a sealed addendum for the judge detailing the affair and the conspiracy to defraud me of my assets. The final move was the most brutal. I packaged the most damning evidence, the photos, the emails, the hotel receipts into an anonymous email, and sent it to the entire board of directors of Sterling Corp. And a hand-picked list of tech journalists. As Amelia stood on the stage, beaming under the spotlights, ready for her moment of triumph, a low murmur began to ripple through the crowd. Phones lit up. Whispers turned to gasps. Marcus, who was supposed to introduce her, was nowhere to be seen. His phone was blowing up, his career imploding. Amelia's confident smile faltered, replaced by a look of pure, dawning horror as she saw the faces in the crowd staring at her, not with admiration but with disgust. Her kingdom had crumbled around her in the space of 5 minutes. She was ruined. She came home that night a ghost once more, but this time a broken one. The arrogance was gone, replaced by a desperate, pleading terror. She found me in the living room, surrounded by packed boxes. I didn't say a word, I just handed her the divorce papers. The legal battle was short and merciless. The evidence was overwhelming. The judge saw their conspiracy for what it was. She lost everything: the house, her claim to my assets, her job. Marcus was forced into a massive settlement and ousted from his own company by a furious board. They were both destroyed, professionally and socially. I left Chicago, moving to a quiet town on the coast, far from the wreckage of my former life. Sometimes late at night, I scroll through her public social media. It's a wasteland of inspirational quotes and pictures of sunsets. No job, no friends, no Marcus. Just a hollowed-out woman trying to convince the world she's found peace. But I know the truth. I see it in the haunted look in her eyes, the same look I once saw in my own reflection. She is a ghost, forever trapped in the ruins of the life she so arrogantly destroyed. The end.